What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering with the third time I've had to record this video because something wonky is happening to my audio. Hopefully I've got it fixed now. Speaking of wonky, I don't know if the notification went out yesterday on my video on the new Sega Genesis console where you can play some of the games in 1080p. Talked about the Discord store and other things yesterday. If you didn't get notified and you missed it, make sure you check that out. If you weren't interested at all, I'll have to up my game. Also, hope you're enjoying yourself today. Hope you're having a great day. If you are, remember to click that thumbs up button on the video. Really, really does help, especially when you leave a comment too. So today, we've got more outrage. It's for the kids. Outrage for the kids. You know, I find it interesting that those that push social justice are always so concerned about the kids. It's interesting, right? Why are they so worried about the kids? Anyway, MapleStory 2, players keep submitting and selling bigoted items to the shop by Gita Jackson. I think it's interesting that Gita, I'm sure this is her character. I'm almost certain of it. Interesting she chose purple hair for her character. I mean, I'm not sure what all that means, but it's clear to me that it's likely this is her screen. Players of the kid-friendly MMO, MapleStory 2, okay, so the word kid is in the fourth word in the article, say that player-created item shop is rife with racism and anime prawn. Rife with it. Okay, well, we should probably have hundreds of examples if you're going to use the word rife. The MapleStory 2 team told Kotaku that they actively monitor the design shop for offensive material as well as have a reporting system, but also given the volume of reports, there has been a delay in the review process. MapleStory 2 is an MMO full of bright primary colors and adorable player character. Totes adorbs. Totes adorbs. Tiny problem in this video games journalism article by a video games journalist on a video games website. I hate to break it to you, but literally every game by Nintendo fits this description, and their games appeal to people from 8 to 80. So the fact that it's brightly colored, you can't have it both ways. While MapleStory 2 doesn't have an age rating, the first MapleStory was rated 10 plus by the ESRB, and the sequel's rounded corners and cutesy aesthetic make it appear as if it's intended to appeal to children, at least in part. According to a moron who's never played a Nintendo game. Just saying. And also, being rated by the ESRB has absolutely nothing to do with what the developers intended their game be targeted to. That's a third-party rating system to protect Z kids. It has nothing to do with the design. You can have some cutesy designs and have it be not for kids. Clearly, you've never watched some of these interesting cartoons that Count Dankula shared with me. Those are bright colors, but they're anything but kid-friendly. Anyway, in the game, players can make items and upload them to a store where other players can buy them. It's called the Merit Shop. While the game bans certain words like Trump, of course, and prawn, some players have found ways to get around the bans and upload an item with political slogans or other naughty references. The MapleStory 2 team describes the process in a full statement to Kotaku. Basically, Kotaku says, we're writing a piece about you, and they get a statement out of them. They're saying, hey, we don't create this stuff. We review it, and we ban what we find offensive. It's interesting, though, that the response was that we ban what's offensive. What if they saw the mega hats and they thought they were okay? Now, that would be... and by the way, they should be okay. And so should an I'm With Her hat, and so should a, you know, whatever you want, as long as it's not, like, adult-themed. Probably okay. Look, somebody still has to buy the item, right? It's capitalism, Gita. You're probably a communist, but You got to understand that their mere existence in the store is irrelevant unless people are buying them and wearing them in the game, which it sounds like you're saying they are, which sounds like it must not be for Z kids. At the time of writing this, players have definitely found a way around the ban of the word Trump. For example, if you search MAGA in the merit market, you will immediately find a vehicle with President Trump's face on it, as well as the image NPC Wojak, a reference to the dehumanizing NPC meme. Yeah, so you could see this must be her because this is her blue hair or purple hair. She's in a Trump fan. What's wrong with it? Seriously, what's wrong with it? This entire article reads like, I don't like it, so delete it. Nobody's forcing you to buy these items. And you don't show hundreds of people wearing them in game, do you? You're mad that they even exist. This is your life. Look, here's the thing. Well, let me get to that in a second. While some players clearly want to share political opinions, others just want to get naughty content in there. Searching Hub, for example, yields clothing items with a riff of the Hub logo. Other players are less subtle. Searching Waifu will show you naughty images of anime characters. Okay. I mean, there's a Dolfo on a t-shirt. Well, that's funny. I mean, I don't know. Maple Hub. What's wrong with that? I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry, Gita. 14-year-old boys have heard of Prawn Hub. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's a safe bet. More worrying, it gets more scary, are the explicit references to white supremacy. Searching for pride in the merit market yields gay and trans pride themes items, which is totally fine for 10-year-olds. That's the implication here, right? But you'll also be able to find a shirt that says proud to be white with the tag Who White Power. By the way, again, how many people are buying these items? How many people are wearing these items? That might be an interesting journalistic statistic, but you're not a real journalist. You're an outrage cultivator. That's it. And you know what? I may not necessarily find pride in someone's skin color, something they have absolutely no control over, particularly compelling. But for that same reason, I don't find trans pride or gay pride a thing worth investing time in either. You are who you are. You don't need to oversell it to everybody. But if you're going to allow gay pride and trans pride, then you got to allow these other things, right? Or are you saying it's only okay to have pride in your sexuality, but not in the color of your skin? I wonder if they were a BLM t-shirt. Would she have a problem with that, Gita? That's an interesting question I might ask you if I was in a room with you. One player who wished to remain anonymous. Yeah, I know a lot of 10-year-old kids who anonymously send tips to Kotaku. Can't have it both ways, Gita. Either the game is for kids or it isn't. I find it so sickening when these people are like, oh, think of the kids, think of the kids. You know your source here isn't a kid. You know that kids aren't creating these t-shirts. You know kids aren't creating mega hats. You know kids aren't buying mega hats. Okay? So you know kids aren't playing the game. Some are. But just like Mario Brothers and other animated games, there's people of all ages who enjoy them. What's wrong with that? Well, a lot. One player wished to remain anonymous told Kotaku that they have seen items like this on the merit market since the game's official launch on October 10th. I'm really over it, they say. People will advertise in the world chat sometimes to buy their new items, and it's often a mega hat or something. And players putting their designs up for sale rewarded with game currency. So the person here says they don't even care. Even your anonymous source doesn't care. Right? Only you care, Gita, someone who guaranteed does not play this game. And I also find it curious that all these games, I fancy myself a bit of a journalist sometimes when I'm doing some investigative things. And I oftentimes share some evidence of my anonymous sources, but it always seems like these people, all of their sources are anonymous. And it makes you wonder, like, are they real? if you've never actually shared a real source for something, I'm just going to go ahead and not trust you. I'm going to go ahead and say you don't have any sources. Sure, you could fake a screenshot, but you don't even try. You just hit me with the, well, I said they're anonymous and they said this, so it must be true. This player told Kotaku that they've tried reporting the items, but nothing has happened. Right. Do you remember when you were 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Do you remember those when you were on summer vacation, those 3 glorious months in the summer when you would, after you'd have to get your stupid chores done, you'd get to play video games all day if you wanted? Remember sitting in there with a 24-pack, a cube of Mountain Dew and some Cool Ranch Doritos and just staying up all night reporting in-game content? Remember that? I remember having all my friends over for sleepovers and we would take shifts at reporting in-game content in our teens. It's not clear who are making and downloading these items. Really, Nibba? Really? They might be trolls looking to get a rise of people online. Imagine that. They might also be real white supremacists trying to recruit people, as some have claimed to have done in other online games. No matter what, it's disturbing that an impressionable kid could find supremacist content in a chipper-looking game just searching the word proud. And hopefully, MapleStory 2's developers will succeed in their stated efforts to speed up the response time. By the way, what she's really saying there is, hopefully, MapleStory 2's developers will do the right thing and censor this content like I'm clearly demanding. I don't know what's wrong with having fun. It's not hurting anybody. You look to be like a 30-something, late 20s-something person to me, okay? Your Twitter handle is XOXO Gossip Gita. Okay? You appear to be an adult, at least age-wise. Why are you upset what's in a child's game? That's what I'm curious about. Do you have... Oh, I see. I see. You're tweeting about how dangerous Gavin McInnes is. Okay, it all makes sense now. Yep. I get it. Yep. I got it. All makes sense. Well, be safe with your video games out there, folks. If you did make it to the end, please remember to like the video and leave a comment in the comment section down below. We'll have a few more videos today. I've got a lot of work to do. Hope you had fun. We'll talk to you again real soon.